Should you go and work at a big box gym?
And I try not to need you like you need me. I'm sick and tired of living in LA, where the sun is out, but there's so much change.
What up, you guys? Coming to you today with a segment video podcast with should you work at a big box gym. So this is again going out to all my personal trainers out there. If you guys don't know who I am, Jacob McLaughlin. I have my 4-year degree in exercise science. It's kinesiology, human performance. And then I also have my certifications through the NSCA or National Strength and Conditioning Association. I hold my CPT, Certified Personal Trainer, or CSCS, Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist certification. So that's my background. Been training for about 5 years. Again, I've been with all different populations from athletes, college, private sector. I've also been in with General Pop. I work with, high-end executives that own business. And then I also work with the everyday at-home mom. So I have a widespread of experience working with a widespread of populations. I have been in this industry for about 5 years. This is my career, and I am making these videos to give you guys more insight on what my experience has been and to all the people thinking about being a personal trainer, or if they have an interest just doing some research. I just want to make it more educational videos for you guys or podcasts. So going over the topic today, should you work at a big box gym? Now, when I'm going over big box gyms, you guys all know about them. We have the Lifetime Fitnesses, the Mountain Fitnesses, the EOSs or EOS here in Phoenix. Back home, we had like Genesis Health Clubs. You guys have, I'm trying to think back in Iowa, they're all over. Planet Fitness, all those different ones. They are all over the United States. There's big box gyms, and I get a lot of people, I shouldn't say everybody, but I get a lot of questions, especially from people who are just graduating or looking at going into personal training, where they should work and if they should go work at a big box gym. And I just wanted to give you guys my experience from working at a big box gym and why you should or should not work at it. Now, overall, I'll just make this video and stuff pretty easy for you guys. I would not recommend working at a big box gym. There's a lot of crap that you guys are going to deal with not a lot of money, and I don't personally think it is worth it. Now, in that same regard, here is the only reason I would tell people to go work at a big box gym: to gain experience. The thing about the big box gym, they already have a population. They're already going to have clients. So it allows you guys to get that experience of getting clients that are going to be signing up. They are going to allow you to piggyback off them, and now you're already getting paid for the clients. So the biggest thing is in this industry, you guys need experience. What you guys learn in school is great, but it's not going to teach you how to do certain things. For example, one thing I always just put out there is you learn how to squat, right? It's always just chest up, knees back, weight on the heels. That's awesome. But what happens when you meet a client who had surgery on their hip and they can't squat? What if they can't get into that motor pattern that you want them to? You didn't learn that in school, so what are you guys going to do? And it just takes time and experience and years of doing it that you guys learn it. So I think the big box gym for that is you're going to see such a wide variety. It is good because when I worked at my first big box gym, I worked from kids from 18 years old to 74-year-old adults. So you guys get a great population of diversity. You guys are going to be seeing, old and young, overweight to in shape. You guys are just going to have different goals, and it allows you guys to work on your guys' experience with it. So that is the one positive of working at a big box gym that I do recommend for people first getting into it to try it out. But after that, I am not a big box gym fan because I'll just start it off with you. They're all the same. Just think about it. Next big box gym you guys walk into, think about this. Most of the time, the people working the front desk are either really attractive girls or they're older people that are just trying to fill their time. Then it goes into the personal trainers. There's usually one really jacked dude walking around who's like the manager, and then the other ones are just like young little skinny dudes or people who aren't that really in shape and they want to be personal trainers or try it out. And then you guys just keep working it down. It's like I walk into the same thing and I just see it's the same people over and over. You just switch them out at every gym I go to. So it's pretty much all the same. But after the whole getting experience, I'm going to go over the reasons why you shouldn't. Number one, lie to you. they are all about one thing: making money. They're going to lie to your face. They're going to say all these things. Basically, how I say is they dangle a carrot, and they're just going to be like, oh, you could be, for example, you're going to be a manager here soon. Oh, there's so much opportunity for promotion. Oh, you could be making 80 to 100,000 in 2 years. You know, like, these were all the things said to me when I went to my first one. Hey, we're looking for managers. You guys could work and be a manager in 3 months, and you have no experience and you've never trained before. And oh, you have this opportunity to make 80 to 100,000. Now, let me just say, you probably do, but the only ones making 80 to 100,000 is like one of those guys in all the clubs. It's not every trainer is making that. No, every trainer is getting told that they're going to make $15, $30, $45 an hour, and they get paid 10. That's my other reason I have a hard time with them, is they lie to you about the price. And I'm not saying it just because of my experience. I've talked to other trainers that have gone through the exact same thing, where they say, hey, they already dangled the manager card, so just understand, you guys go, oh, there's opportunity to be a manager in 3 to 6 months, which they always say, and they dangle it above your head. But then it's also, hey, what's your price? You know, they told me a certain price they were going to pay me, and then I'd get my paycheck, and I'm like, what? That's not right. For example, I'll just tell you, I got told by the time I was going on $30 an hour, and then I was going to be now $60 an hour because I had worked myself up in the next 2 months. I just worked all the time and had granted it, right? And so I was working long hour days I'd get up at 4 a.m. and I'd be training. I'd have breaks in between, but I'd train till like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. And then I'd do that Monday through Friday, and then Saturdays I'd train till 3. And after 2 weeks, they would pay me $600. $600, and I just worked 2 weeks, you know? And so they promised me all this stuff, and then you go and ask them, and it's like, oh, this happened in the system, or they just lie to you. You know, and I talked to one of my other friends who was working at one of the big box gyms, and they were paying him half of what they told him they were going to pay him. You know, they promised him that this is what he would make an hour with his clients, and then he'd get his paycheck, and it was half of what they promised, and then they wouldn't go up to it. So that's the big promise or big problem I have with a lot of those gyms. And now, again, this is not saying every single big box gym is like this. I'm just going from the majority of experiences and people I've talked to in the industry. This is on average what I see for the majority of the time. The big one is, like I said, the dangling the carrot. There's always going to be, right when you think about quitting, oh, that sucks because we had a manager position open up and we thought you would be a great candidate, and then you hold on, and then 6 months later it never happened. So that's just something I always put out there. Second one, politics and ego. You are in a gym with a bunch of bros. The ego is beyond what you normally can handle, because I'll just be honest, there'll be a lot of guys you're going to meet that are huge, ripped dudes that they're just not smart when it comes to anything outside of the gym. And so now you're dealing with, like, they're trying to do the testosterone thing. It's always like one up you and everything they do. They think they're better than you. It's always going to be going back. And then also politics. You're going to have, you know, the gym managers, the personal trainer managers. There's different managers, and there's going to be politics in that are going to, just be honest, probably suck. You don't get certain things because they said it's that way, or they lied to you about something. So I just don't like it because of the politics, the egos that are in it. To me, that was a real turnoff. I'm not real into, like, you know, people just think they're better than you, and they're always going to be pushing, oh, I'm smarter than you, I'm bigger than you, I'm more muscular than you, and oh, I have more money. Like, it's a big ego trip that they want their ego stroked. And to be honest, most of these guys who are doing it, they're not even making $50,000 a year, and they think they're better than. So, you know, if you're going about the money, it's just so much ego in there, and it's not my thing. Going into the next one, money is horrible. You're going to get trashed, like I already said, that they're not going to pay you what they said they're going to pay you for the most of the time. And again, think of this: if your client, for on average, when I would work with someone, they're like, oh, I'm paying $60 to train with you because you're a higher end trainer, and I'm getting $12 of that. So just think of that. Now, again, I'm not saying that's a horrible thing if you don't have experience and you're just trying to get on your feet, because they're giving you the clientele. And now just think if you build up that clientele and you go off on your own, now you get that own $60. But there's complications with that too. You might have to find a gym where you pay overhead and do everything. But just understand, you are not going to get rich working at a big box gym as a personal trainer. So just understanding that, because normally it's around minimum wage or just a little above, and even if you're training more, they always somehow lose your money. So just understand that. And then the last one I put in is just drama. From my experience, and again, everybody's experience is different, but from my personal experience, when I go to the big box gyms, it's everybody sleeps with everybody. And I mean, personal trainers sleep with personal trainers sleep with clients sleep with people that are in the gym. Like, you're just dealing with drama all the time. You know, the amount of times I'd be like, you be there and people would get in fights, or it's they came and then they would sleep with other people and then other people would sleep with them, and now they don't come to the gym because this person slept with that person. There was just so much of that, and it turned me off real fast. It turns a lot of people off that I know of. So just understanding that there's normally a lot of drama that goes on in these big box gyms. And if I can give you guys one piece of advice, do not sleep with your clients. That's the fastest way to lose credibility and to go down the hole as a personal trainer, because now you're the guy who slept with his clients, and no husband is going to want to send his wife to you, and no mom's going to want to send their kid to you, and etc. So that is my experience and my thoughts on working at a big box gym. Besides, if you are going to get experience, if you don't have any experience and you're like, hey, I should learn a little bit, that would be all right. But otherwise, I think it's a total waste of time. It's not going to give you any money. It's going to be probably a horrible experience. And there's a reason the turnover is so high at those big box gyms as personal trainers. Just notice that when you guys go in, most of the time, a month later, that trainer is not there anymore, and there's usually a reason why for it. So just understanding that, I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment on this video, like and subscribe. And then if you guys can also go to Instagram, I'm Jacob McLaughlin Fitness on there, or JM_fitness1 is my actual username. You guys feel free to message me any questions that you guys have on there. I just want this to be an educational tool, educational piece. Again, this is not me saying I know everything and this is what you guys should or should not do. I'm just trying to give you guys my insight on from my experiences and other people experiences that I've talked to in this industry. So hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys on the next one.